It's your boy JCG. We're back. And this time, we're going to be following Lego Batman once again to the deepest reaches of space. It's the road to Legacy of the Dark Knight, and this is part 3 of the Lego Batman retrospective.
I look into the abyss.
No, he's right. It really complements your figure.
Meh, should've stuck with black. Or maybe a really dark gray.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to the lounge. So, we have discussed Lego Batman's adventures within Gotham City, fighting bad guys alongside the Boy Wonder Robin, as well as eventually teaming up with the Justice League to face off against even bigger threats. Well now, once again, the Lego versions of our favorite heroes must save not just Gotham City, but the entire universe. Because we are going beyond Gotham. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham is a game that, for a while, I felt like it was a DC fan's ultimate toy box. Now, looking back on it, I don't think of this game as fondly anymore. That's not to say that I think it's bad, but compared to the other games, this one doesn't exactly hold up the best in terms of replayability. But first off, what's it even about? Lego Batman 3 has a mostly straightforward story. Mostly. The game, of course, starts with our dynamic duo Batman and Robin, but later on it transitions into an adventure with the Justice League, and also their enemies, the Legion of Doom, when both heroes and villains discover that there's a larger cosmic villain on the horizon. The green-skinned, highly intellectual collector of worlds, Brainiac. Brainiac has a plan to capture members of all 7 of the Lantern Corps. One of them is the Green Lantern of Earth, Hal Jordan himself. Realizing that the intelligent evil alien mastermind is too much of a danger to everybody, our heroes are left with no choice but to join forces with their enemies to defeat Brainiac and save the Earth before he takes it and adds it to his collection of worlds he's abducted. That's about as far as I'll go explaining the story. It's alright. The first game's story was simple yet effective. The story of the second game was reminiscent of older DC stories revolving around the 2 iconic heroes Batman and Superman, and it worked for what it was. This story is definitely more ambitious, as it takes the player to multiple different worlds within the DC universe, mainly the worlds of the different Lantern Corps, and we explore these other characters and their mythology a little. I kinda like it, but I wouldn't say it's an amazing story. But now let's move on to gameplay. Once again, the usual LEGO gameplay format is in full display, with some new things added. Guess what? The iconic suit change gimmick from the first 2 games is back yet again. As usual, Batman and Robin can switch into different outfits for any particular situation. But it's not just them this time. 3 other characters now have this ability: Cyborg, Lex Luthor, and surprisingly, the Joker. Cyborg, being a literal, cyborg, can literally shape parts of his body into whatever high-tech tool he may need as part of the lore. So yeah, it makes sense why he would have this. And Lex is also a technological genius who runs an entire tech manufacturing company that supplies him and his henchmen with the latest upgraded battle suits. But Joker? Well, while it is weird seeing Joker having to utilize a magnet, electricity, or even a demolition suit. It is a neat feature nonetheless that a couple villains can swap between different outfits as well. This is no longer exclusive to just Batman and Robin. That's kinda all I can say for gameplay. But I do want to touch upon some other aspects of the game. The hub worlds. Part of the main story of the game is that you can explore the different Lantern worlds you travel to. And obviously it isn't just the Lantern worlds. You can explore the moon as well, which has the moon base. There's also, of course, the Batcave, the Hall of Justice, which has a gateway to the Legion of Doom's base as well, and the Watchtower. The hub worlds are okay. But compared to the hub worlds from other LEGO games, especially when we're comparing it to the open world Gotham that we got in the second LEGO Batman game, almost none of them feel very fun to explore and ultimately have a more limited feeling to them. At least in my opinion. To end off this segment, I want to point out one more cool thing about this game. The fan service. Cause there's tons of it here. Both from the hub worlds to the entirety of the character roster, featuring heroes and villains from DC lore you either never heard of or haven't seen much of outside of DC comics and anime projects. Even the DLC expansions are filled with fan service for the most dedicated of DC fans. One thing I can always appreciate this game for is the fact that, in a way, it kind of feels like a love letter to fans and enjoyers of DC Comics. So, is LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham a bad game? No, definitely not. It has a lot of cool stuff for both LEGO fans and DC fans, as well as a fun story with most of the amazing voice cast from the second game coming back, and some boss battles that are pretty dope. With that said, I believe LEGO Batman 3 is probably the weakest of the series, mainly due to the fact that it does feel limited in its hub world design. The levels themselves aren't all that fun, some of them anyway. Beyond Gotham is a fine game in its own right, but it for sure isn't the most replayable of the LEGO DC games. I will admit though, there are some cool boss battles in this game, like the one you're seeing right now. And, for all it's worth, LEGO Batman 3, like I said, did kind of feel like a love letter for DC fans, especially the ones who are, the ones who know a lot about the deeper DC lore with the characters and, like I said before, even the expansions and stuff. Like, you had the Arrow expansion, the Man of Steel level expansion, and just stuff like that. Even the Batman 75th anniversary expansion. Yeah, that stuff. I appreciate that TT Games put those things in this game. But yeah, that's all I can say about LEGO Batman 3. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I want to apologize for how kind of low effort this video was. I'm not gonna lie, these past few weeks I just haven't been feeling the greatest. Starting a new job, and then I also felt kind of sick, and then I had to deal with some personal kind of tedious and also just tragic stuff happening in my life lately. So yeah, I've been trying to be better at putting out new videos, and I still want to continue doing so, at least get one more video out before the month of May is over. But yeah, I may not finish this LEGO Batman retrospective before the game comes out, because the new game comes out. Because LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is coming out literally next week, and yeah, I probably won't have this retrospective completed by the time it releases. Maybe I might just have the final retrospective video, which will be indeed LEGO DC Villains. That may just come out a little bit after the new Legacy of the Dark Knight game has released. But it don't matter, because I'm feeling a little bit better now. Sorry if my voice sounded a little weird. Just been having some sniffle, like sinus issues lately. But other than that, I'm feeling okay. And yeah, I'm gonna do better with at least my video creation, and definitely have a little bit more consistency with how many videos, not just like a week, but a month, that I'm going to try and release. But yeah, expect part 4 of this retrospective to be coming real soon. And yeah, until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to join the lounge. This has been your boy JCG. Thanks a lot, you guys. God bless. I'm out. Deuces.